And welcome back to the Crypto Hulk Show. You know, having a little bit of issues here. I got YT that totally deleted this video. Here we go. This is going to be strange. I'm going to have to like click in and out of channels here. I don't know what happened. I'm going to have to like, wow, okay. This is very strange. So they shut my camera off. So I had to log back in, but I couldn't find the video. Very strange. So, yeah, I'll have to improvise here. They are really, this YT platform is so messed up. They are so butthurt, I swear. Let me try to get this. Go to my news. Let me try to find my news here. Bridge. Okay, the reverse bridge. We're going to get into that one. Okay. Then okay, we're going to do this. My name's Crypto Hulk, not a financial advisor, not a crypto advisor, none of the above. I don't know anything about crypto. I don't know anything about financial advice at all. Don't buy anything I tell you to buy. Don't sell anything I tell you to sell. And that'll be the disclaimer for today. We're going to have a small group. This is the 2024 crypto explosion. After this, the show will go to the entry level. And then tomorrow, I'll release the show to the public. So let me get this screen a little bit bigger here. All right. Now, the article that started all this off, I want you to see what's happening. This is massive right here. We're going to talk about perpetuals, okay? Perpetual futures. We're going to kind of get into a little bit of real world stock market trading jargon. There's the article right there. Where's Amber Hobson? There's Amber Hob. Well, hey, everybody. It's Amber Hobson. Hey, everyone. Miss y'all, especially you, Hulk. Oh, well, let's get to work. You showed up late. Everybody says hi to Amber, so let's get back to work. Now, this is massive. We're going to go over perpetuals a little bit and talk about hyper and stuff like that, because the real stock market is coming into crypto. They have a way now to reverse engineer, instead of having all these traditional companies download all this crypto platform and all that, they're going to do like they're going to do perpetual futures. We'll get into all this. The reverse bridge. It's called a reverse bridge. Crypto meets Wall Street, everybody. Here's how it's going down. Now, the other day, I talked to you guys about ONDO and how ONDO was getting into perpetuals. And I'm going to bring in ONDO here at the end. Maybe we're going to do 2/3 of the show, maybe half the show without discussing ONDO. We're going to get into the reverse bridge, What are these other companies doing? And what is ONDO getting ready to dominate? Okay. So we got to get we got to get Wall Street. We've got to get all the stock markets in the world hooked into crypto. They're going to do this thing called a reverse bridge, okay? And ONDO's partner is BlackRock. And BlackRock's the biggest asset under management company in the entire world. Who do you think is going to be successful? ONDO at doing this, or Hyperliquid, or somebody else? I'm going with BlackRock. I don't know why the fuck I would do that, but just, you know. So that's why I kind of stocked up a little bit there on ONDO. I don't see BlackRock waiting to the end. What I see is the crypto takes off first is a BlackRock direct partner. Direct partner. ONDO is a direct partner with BlackRock. It's not like ONDO has a partner that has a partner that's a partner of BlackRock. No, ONDO is right there at BlackRock, and I'm like, oh man, that's what's up. It's called the reverse bridge. Crypto meets Wall Street using perps, P-E-R-P. Let's get into this. I don't trade. I don't want to bet on what I think a coin's going to be. Some people do that shit, and that's all good. I don't care for that. But nonetheless, that's how the trading in the world goes. Crypto exchanges built perpetual futures for digital assets. This is the new thing. You want to get first mover advantage, okay? Now they're using perpetuals to offer 24/7 exposures to stock, commodities, and indexes. This is very, very interesting, everybody. You're going to want to know what this is, because this is massively important right here. This is the future of trading right here. This is going to be so big. It'll be bigger than my ego ever could be. And I didn't think that was possible. All right. 2 years ago, Wall Street began bringing crypto into traditional finance. Oh, really? They did it through exchange-traded funds, custody, funds, and other related products. Crypto exchanges are now moving in the other direction. What? Whoa, stop, Crypto Hulk. Crypto exchanges are now moving in the other direction, bringing stocks, indexes, and commodities onto their platforms through what's called perps. That's why I loaded up on ONDO, because I'm trying to get first mover advantage on this shit, okay? Oh, wait a second, Crypto Hulk. What the hell are you talking about? That's what I was talking about the other day. And you $200 people, you already know. Got to get while the getting's good. Don't want to be late to the party, y'all. Crypto exchanges processed, listen to this, 1.3 trillion in perpetual futures during the first 5 months of 2026. Everybody, do you know how big the crypto market is itself? 2.5 trillion. What did the crypto exchanges just do with perpetuals? 1.5 trillion in just 5 months. That's fucking amazing, okay? That's why I'm all in deep on this. Oh, people are like, oh shit, Crypto Hulk. Oh shit. But ONDO's 40 cents, Crypto Hulk. Oh, see, that's why the brokies are brokies, because all they do is look at price. What do? I look at the future. What do? You look at price. That's why you get cock blocked. I'm speaking to all the brokies out there, okay? I don't give a shit about what the price is. I don't care if it's $1. I don't care if it's $1.50. $1.50, okay? I already told you how and why I buy shit. Price has nothing to do with it, okay? I'm looking at a crypto that's trying to take off first, not last, okay? Now, the first 5 months of 2026, there's already 1.3 trillion in perps. Now, last year, there was a total of 104 trillion. The whole last year, in perps was 104 trillion. In just 5 months of this year, 130 trillion. It's going to be like 200. This is going to be the size of the crypto market. All of these perps are going to take the whole market cap of crypto this year. Oh, shit, Crypto Hulk. Yeah, that's why I got into ONDO, okay? I'm not giving a fuck that it's 40 cents. I don't fucking care. This shit's probably going to hit $50 soon. A year ago, we didn't have a perpetual stock product. A year ago, we didn't even have a perpetual stock product. And now it's going to be the size of all the fucking crypto market cap. Oh, shit. Crypto Hulk, you always see things in advance. Well, no shit, Sherlock Holmes, the investigator. A year later, we have about 28% of our total trading volume. One third of BitGet, the CEO of BitGet, 1/3 are now perpetuals. Like a year ago, they didn't even have this shit. They didn't have perpetual stocks a year ago. Now that shit's ready to pass up the whole crypto market. Oh, fuck. That's why ONDO. Oh, man, I saw this one coming. Like the Goodyear blimp. So big and slow, you could see it coming. At least I could. Somebody by the name of Shunyet Jan as an executive overseeing trading market structure at Binance, said traditional exchanges. Let me turn off this phone because somebody, Alan, don't bug me. I'm doing a show, Alan. Please don't bug Crypto Hulk. Alan's like, what the fuck? Binance said traditional exchanges are now adopting products and trading hours first used by crypto platforms. The innovation of perpetuals started in the crypto world. The innovation of the perps started in the crypto world, but then it could also migrate over into traditional finance. The move is what some executives have called the reverse bridge. Instead of traditional finance providing access to crypto exchanges are offering access to Wall Street. Oh. In most cases, the shares themselves are not moving onto crypto exchanges. Stock perps are contracts tied to share prices. Okay, these perpetuals, you're not buying the stock, you're buying a contract. That's a token, and it moves all around the world just like it was the actual stock, okay? So it's like holding like you got your own JP Morgan account, and that contract gives, let's read. Stock perpetuals are contracts tied to share prices. They generally do not provide ownership, voting rights, or the protections that come with buying shares through a regulated broker. But crypto exchanges are finding demand for contracts that provide exposure without needing to own the actual shares. That makes it easy peasy. One example of this phenomenon was when the S&P Dow Jones indices licensed its S&P benchmark to Trade.xyz. That's who we're going to talk about right here. Trade XYZ. It's a platform that ONDO is going to kick its ass, operating natively on the Hyperliquid blockchain. They're going to get destroyed. The partnership produced the first officially on-chain perpetuals future contract, allowing the U.S. individuals to buy and sell the American equity benchmark 24/7. Copy trading platforms have listed about 360 traditional finance assets across spot and perps between January 2025 and May 2026. The platforms included the report averaged roughly 75 asset perps and 37 spot listings. Just hang in there because I don't understand all the shit either. Unlike traditional futures, perps on whether an asset price will rise or fall are without an expiration date. Okay, so there's a thing called, if you're going to go in the stock market and get futures, if you bet that a stock's going to go up, there's usually an end date. So let's say if I put $500 in, at General Motors is going to go up. And I don't know if you put how much money's going to go up to, whatever, but there's a price, there's a date limit. So if I put money at General Motors is going to go up $5, in the regular stock market, they limit it to like maybe, let's say 2 months later. If it doesn't go up to 2 months later, you lost. Well, in crypto, when you do perpetual futures, there's no end date. So I could say GM is going to go up $15. And if I wait long enough, it probably will, and I get paid, okay? So the regular stock market, they put a time limit. A stock has to go down by a certain time or up by a certain time. In crypto, there's no limits at all. So that's why some people in the traditional stock market are mad as hell, because this crypto, they're not doing the same thing that they're doing in the regular stock market, okay? But then again, you're not buying the actual stock. It's a contract. So this will be 24/7. This perpetual trading, it doesn't shut down. It's open the whole time, unlike the stock market. What's the appeal of a perp? The appeal of perps is the ability to adjust or hedge a position without waiting for the U.S. market to open. So the problem with the regular stock market, according to this article, is friction, okay? When does the market open? When does it close? How much do you got to pay for people to make a trade for you and stuff? Friction is the problem with the real world market. Stock perps remain small compared with traditional equities. The CoinGecko report shows while adding that tokenized stock perps volume accounted for less than 1% of trading in the underlying stock market, despite rising from 830 million in July 2025 to 34 billion. You see, let me tell you something right here. This perpetuals is 1% in the of trading in the stock markets, okay? This is first mover advantage. You want to get in on a crypto, ONDO, while this market is still only 1%. I want you to show you this. Again, in July of 2025, the crypto perpetual market was 831 million. A year later, it is now 34 billion. Oh, what do you think it's gonna be like next year? Maybe 100 billion? Like, this thing's growing fast. It, like, in 1 year went up like 30 times, 35 times in 1 year. What would 34 billion times 30 be? Like almost $1 trillion. Like, this is going fast. This is going really fucking fast. Okay. Now, we're going to relate this to ONDO here. If you keep watching, I'm going to explain it all at the end. Round-the-clock trading is one part of the plans exchange has for traditional assets. Now, Coinbase and Binance want customers to trade crypto, stocks, and other products through one account, a model both have described as an everything exchange. Coinbase is preparing to offer United Kingdom customers equities and derivatives alongside crypto. The authorization allows Coinbase. Now, I want you to think about this. You got Coinbase. On the left is JP Morgan. On the right, BlackRock. BlackRock's a partner of ONDO. ONDO just got into perpetuals, and they're trying to take over the whole fucking market. Coinbase also has perpetuals. You see what might happen here? Either ONDO and Coinbase possibly might join up. I don't know if they will, but if you think about it, BlackRock's a partner with Coinbase, and ONDO is BlackRock's buddy. So is Coinbase. Oh, this will be a very interesting arrangement. Now, what did ONDO just do? They changed. It's like the Titanic. ONDO was going to have something a year ago called ONDO Chain. They switched. They're now going to call this ONDO Market, and they're going to have perps. They're going to focus on perps. Oh, man. That's what they're going to do, is specialize in perps. Maybe Coinbase might just walk away from this and ONDO takes over. Oh, Red Rover, let ONDO take over. Let's keep going. We're having some fun here, seeing what's all being laid out. Perps are going to be effing massive, okay? ONDO saw an opening. ONDO saw 1% of the stock market. They said, you know what? We could blow this son of a bitch out. When ONDO got into all this, I think the market now is $34 billion in perps. It might end up being $1 trillion by next year. Oh, my God. ONDO price skyrocket. Oh, man. Mad scientist. Just letting you know what's going to happen. This perps hasn't even taken off yet. It's 1% of the market, folks. This thing is going to rip, okay? I don't see dead people, but I see perpetual futures as my future. Okay, let me check the comments, and then I'm going to get into the deep dive that I have. Let me look at the comments on this thing here. Scrim de la Creme says, in 2025, ONDO is hanging around 70 to 90 cents. Now it's 39 cents. Crypto Hulk was that channel. Let me tell you something here, kids. Crypto Hulk was the one that discovered ONDO when it was about 3, 4, 5 cents. No other channel was talking about it, just Crypto Hulk. And I'm the one who showed you that it was connected to Axelar, and that Axelar was a Ripple partner. No other channel had a fucking clue. 6 months later, What does Ripple do? Announces to the world they have a partner called Axelar, and they're working with ONDO. And then ONDO fucking takes off to like $2. Who let you know in advance that one? Crypto Hulk. Who told you yesterday about ONDO with the ONDO net and the perps? Crypto Hulk. And right now, this market went from 800 million to 34 billion in a year. Oh, you haven't seen nothing yet. Let's wait till 1 year from today. It won't be 34 billion. I'll predict it'll be damn near $800 billion. It'll be almost $1 trillion. Oh, man. ONDO is going to go nutso. Let me check these comments here. Oh, dang. Michael Gilbert got 50,000 ONDOs. Fucking genius. Chris Sharpie says, we're going to be so wealthy here in the near future. Yes, sir. Perps is kind of the king. Michael Gilbert says, when you say go, I go. Michael Gilbert went dumb and just bought all the ONDO he could get. Michael Gilbert drained the exchange. Okay. Now I'm going to look at the deep dive here. We got some work to do. This is a big deep dive. We got work. Can't always have fun all the time. It's called Trade. Let me give you their website if I could see it. There's that. I don't seem to see it. Well, imagine that. Let me look up something here. Here we go. Here's their X page, Trade XYZ. These people don't know it yet, but there's some competition coming their way. And they better recognize that something's coming. The storm is coming. ONDO is coming. And that storm's going to be fierce. So there's your Trade XYZ. Now I'm going to go into this deep dive with Hyperliquid shit. Trade.xyz plus Unit Labs in the context of the reverse bridge. So the CoinDesk article we just talked about frames a structural shift. Everybody, a structural shift is coming. Are you ready? Instead of traditional finance building on-ramps into crypto native venues I didn't want to read what's in the parentheses. Instead of traditional finance building on-ramps into crypto native venues are pulling stocks, indexes, commodities, and pre-IPO into their own environments via perpetual futures. This is what ONDO is getting into, a completely opposite. Instead of having these old school companies try to get into crypto, they're like, fuck it. We got crypto. We'll just bring you in this way. Reverse bridge it. A reverse bridge. Now the old fogies don't have to, well, I don't know how to use crypto and I don't know what this, you don't have to know anymore because crypto is going to make that bridge to go back into the past, like Back to the Future. Yeah, in a cryptocurrency kind of way. Now, who said that? Who said we're going to go back to the future into a cryptocurrency kind of way? If you're a true fan of crypto, who said that? I'll give you a hint. Judy. Judy. Give me the last name. Give me the last name. Nobody? Nobody. Nobody. Sheldon. Oh, Blackout. Got it. Blackout. Judy Sheldon. She said, we're going to move into crypto. Crypto is going to be like a Back to the Future in a cryptocurrency kind of way. Oh, man. Judy Sheldon knows. Okay. Very good. Those of you that answered the question, very impressive. You're learning. We've got a bunch of smart people here at Crypto Hulk Show. We're not all meatheads. So what they're going to do, again, is bring in the crypto is going to pull in the traditional. Trade.xyz is the leading, and it's the first HIP-3 deployer of real-world asset perpetual markets on Hyperliquid. It is the perps arm of Unit Labs. It's the bridging layer on Unit is the bridging layer on Hyperliquid that brings Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and other assets on chain via a lock and mint Guardian network. Who is the public face of all this? A guy named Collins. He's the chief operating officer. Collins Belton is his name. He appeared in the SEC Crypto Task Force meetings alongside Hyperliquid and Sullivan and Cromwell. Oh, he's tied in there with the best of the best. Belton is a crypto-focused attorney with prior public commentary on digital asset legal issues. Hyperliquid itself is the underlying chain and the exchange. It was founded by Jeff Yan. He is an ex-Hudson River trading quant public face, whatever that is. Hyperliquid is famously bootstrapped with a very small core team and no traditional venture capital. I'm telling you right now, ONDO is going to come in and fucking destroy this company, okay? I'm just letting you know right now. They may be the first, and they're going to be the first to get fucking destroyed. Now, because they have a very small team, and they got no venture capital, they got no money. Who does ONDO got? BlackRock. Game over, folks. Game over. Just letting Hyperliquid knows their days are limited right now. Oh, man. It's like knowing that you're dead man walking, right? Okay, let's keep going. Let's see. So the base layer of all this that we're talking about here is Hyperliquid. And XYZ builds on top of Hyperliquid. These people are so destroyed. It's going to be a damn shame. You're going to see grown men cry. What is the core use case? Well, it's about to be unemployment, but you got 24/7 leveraged synthetic exposure to traditional assets. Trade.xyz, which runs on Hyperliquid, brings 24/7 synthetic exposure. It's not real. It's synthetic exposure to U.S. traditional assets. That's what they're doing. Contracts, okay? You're not buying the asset, you're buying a contract, a perpetual. Will this go up or will this go down in the future? That's what we got going on with this right here. Now, without holding the underlying asset, that's the thing. Without holding the underlying, without traditional brokerage accounts and outside of normal market hours. Funding rates keep the perp price anchored. Tokenized / spot crypto assets can serve as collateral or trading inventory in the same environment. Now, who are the partnerships with this? The S&P Dow Jones. Now, there's also two cryptos working with this right here. One of them is Centrifuge, okay? Some of you guys own a crypto called Centrifuge. Let's look that one up. See, we've been talking about Centrifuge forever on Crypto Hulk Show. Everyone's like, oh, Crypto Hulk just shills shit coins. Okay, we'll find out how fucking stupid you are. We're seeing it right here, aren't we? Oh, man. Let me get this one there. There's your Centrifuge right share. Now let's go back to the articulo. Exhaust. Core use case. Okay. So the partner, who are the partnerships here? S&P Dow Jones, Hyperliquid, TradingView, data into. So that company called TradingView, they provide data integration for like oracles. You've got, it says Coinbase, Binance, BitGet have all aggressively listed TradeFi perps. These are competing against Trade.xyz and Hyperliquid. So they're all fighting. Okay, they're all fighting they all want to become number one. Binance, BitGet, Coinbase. Wait till ONDO steps on the scene. I'm just telling you what, it's a wrecking ball. You'll see. I may not trade perps and none of that shit, but I know crypto that ONDO's coming in to do perps. I already know how that ends up. I've already bet that ONDO's going to win. So these people are going to get a shock of their life. This trade.xyz and their little small group of people with no venture capital partners, they're fucking destroyed. They have no idea what's coming. Well, they probably do. They got very limited time. They know. All right. Trade.xyz has low external capital culture. That means they got nobody giving them money. They're fucking brokies, okay? This Hyperliquid shit with the Trade.xyz fucking broke. They're completely broke. They just don't know when their day is when they're destroyed. Let's go down. Now, there's a problem with, I'm going to tell you why XYZ is going to get destroyed. Trade.xyz. XYZ dominates the HIP-3 real world asset market on Hyperliquid. You want to know what? That's a single point of risk. That's all they got is that single point of risk. They can get destroyed real easy. There's a problem also with this Trade.fi, this TradeFi XYZ. Thin traditional finance venues can print anomalous prices that cascade into liquidations. There was already a liquidation on this Korean exchange with this Hyperliquid, and it's a disaster waiting to happen here in the red flag section, okay? They have some this Trade.xyz and this Hyperliquid. There's no shareholder rights. There's no ownership of underlying future price tracking. There's also On-chain perpetuals on traditional assets invite scrutiny from the SEC. You know what? The SEC ain't going to say shit to BlackRock, okay? Just letting you know. BlackRock will figure out a way to get around all that. Trade.xyz and the company called Unit represent the cleanest on-chain implementation of the reverse bridge. It turns Hyperliquid into a venue where traders can hold tokenized spot and trade leverage exposure to stocks, commodities, and pre-IPOs and stuff. Volume growth has been rapid, but the model is still early. The model that they're using is early. Guess what? When ONDO makes their model with BlackRock, game over, okay? This trade.xyz is Oracle dependent. It's Oracle dependent and concentrated. It's higher risk than the parallel central exchanges at Binance, BitGet, and Coinbase. This thing's going to get wrecked. The Binance and the other offers more traditional licensing, custody options, and institutional comfort. You're not getting any bigger than BlackRock with ONDO. That's institutional comfort right there. Minimal visibility with traditional venture capitalists. Okay, there's no venture capitalists in this trade.xyz with Hyperliquid. There's no big money in there, okay? And guess what? There's no government acceleration involved. Now, I asked Grok, here's the question. I'm going to copy paste it for you. Why did that not? Okay. Copy. Paste. There we go. So I asked Grok, isn't ONDO network doing something with perps? Is it any relation to this? And what does Grok say? Yes. ONDO is doing perps. Uh-oh. Here it comes. Now we're going to start talking about ONDO now. Bringing the facts like we always do here on Crypto Hulk. Yes, ONDO is doing perps, and it's a meaningful part of the same broader reverse bridge trend. They're doing the same thing. In July, we just read this like 3 days ago. In July, ONDO launched ONDO Perps. Oh, TradeFi.xyz about to go bye-bye with Hyperliquid. They're going on a trip and they ain't ever coming back. It's called Getting Their Asses Kicked by ONDO. In July 2026, ONDO launched ONDO Perps, a platform for perpetual futures on the U.S. equity like NVIDIA, Tesla, Apple, shit like that. You have up to 20 times leverage. 20x you can leverage your money. Oh, man. The other ones don't do that. You got 24/7 trading. This is now here targeted primarily at non-U.S. users. They always don't let us have the fun. Now, they accept both stable coins, and if you want to use the ONDO tokenized stock, that ONSIN, remember, Crypto Hulk's the only person telling you about that. No other channel's telling you about the ONSIN, the ONDS. You can buy that in a crypto. That's where you found out a Crypto Hulk show. You can go buy that crypto and buy the perpetuals with the ONDO stock. Just thought I'd let you know because you won't hear it on any other channel. The ability to post tokenized equities as margin is the standout differentiator. Let me copy this for you. This is what TradeFi XYZ does not do. One of the things. And ONDO's going to come up with a whole lot more. And this TradeFi is fucking out of business. They'll be standing at the unemployment line. The ability to post tokenized equities as margin is the standout differentiator that ONDO is going to have. This creates a capital efficient loop. Hold tokenized stock exposure and simultaneously use it as collateral for leveraged perp positions on the same or related assets. I'm going to send that to you, copy paste, so you can read that. ONDO, oh, here we go. ONDO also pivoted its infrastructure strategy. Instead of building a public ONDO chain, they launched the ONDO network, a private high-speed trading network optimized for low latency private execution with on-chain settlement. ONDO Perps is the first major application on that ONDO network. Oh my God, they just shifted. They said, fuck this ONDO chain shit. Let's get into perps. Oh man, this thing is going to rip because they're in on their first mover advantage. They're getting in 1% of the stock market's doing perps. ONDO's coming in and there's only one. They're going to grow that son of a bitch out to 10 to 15% maybe. That's going to be fucking massive. Whoo-wee. Wowza. Volume for ONDO has scaled quickly. Within weeks of launch, it was regularly posting hundreds of millions in daily volume, with cumulative volume into the multi-billion range and open interest climbing into the tens of millions. Oh my God, customers. Now, there's what I have here is a picture side by side. Trade.xyz and ONDO. Trade.xyz is fully on-chain synthetic perps, whereas ONDO is a hybrid private high-speed network and on-chain settlement. It beats it right there. What is ONDO getting set up for? Institutions coming in. They want privacy. This other one here, Trade. That's not, no, they're not. Big money is not doing that shit. Big money wants private, high-speed networks, not this fully on-chain synthetic perp shit. No. The big money, they don't want to see what you're fucking doing. They don't want you to see what they're doing. Okay, that's where Quant comes in. Okay. Now, what's good is Trade.xyz is official Standard & Poor. They have a 500 license, a Standard & Poor 500 license. Okay, that's good to have. Now, what is ONDO going to have? Deeper securities infrastructure, like Broadridge, voting. Oh, the DTCC related structure. Oh shit, right there. DTCC related structures. Oh shit. That's $4.7 quadrillion. Oh my God, Crypto Hulk. ONDO's tied in with the DTCC, folks. Broadridge, regulatory pathways. This thing is going to go, okay? They're getting set up to make so many trillions of dollars. I'm just letting you know early. Okay. Wonder if I could copy this. No, that's not going to work. Unless, no. What if I No, can't do it. Sorry. I was going to try to copy it for you. False alarm. Can't do it. Grok says the trade.xyz and ONDO perps, they are independent competitors in the what? Emerging. This is emerging, everybody. This thing is going to grow like fucking huge, okay? Right now, this perps is a baby. That's where the money is. When this thing goes into a full adult, oh man. It is emerging real world asset equity perps category. This means this is brand new. It's never been like this before. There's so much room to grow and so much money to make. Oh, gotta love it. Bottom line. What's the bottom line? ONDO is one of the more institutional tokenization oriented players in the space. And guess what? All the biggest businesses, they're not going to link up with TradeFi. They're not doing that shit. They're going with ONDO. Okay, just let you know. You'll see. They're going with BlackRock. That's who they're going to go with. Now, what is all this again? Crypto platforms invented something called perpetual futures, or they're called perps. Basically, it's a way to bet on whether the price of something will go up or down with no expiration date. And you can trade on it 24 hours a day. Now, those same platforms are using this tool to let people bet on regular stocks, the S&P, and commodities around the clock without ever owning the actual share. That's what the reverse bridge is called. Instead of a traditional Wall Street bringing crypto to regular investors, crypto is bringing Wall Street assets to the crypto traders in a faster, always open format, okay? So instead, again, of Wall Street trying to bring crypto to their new customers, they're simply going to the crypto platform and making it available to people. So that makes it much cheaper and easier and faster. So that's what we just studied right there. Let me look through some comments here. And we are just about out of time. That went quick. That was your deep dive. We made it. Let's see. Monica. I wonder if Stuart Lavelle says, I wonder if Hyperliquid will have a, quote, hack. There's no catching up to this, man. Hype is going to the train station. Okay. What I just wanted to show, look, I'm not a trader. I don't even own any stock, except that one XY Findables. I got $500. So I don't buy stocks, Jen. I'm not against it. I just don't buy stocks. I only got so much money. I got it in gold, crypto, property, artwork, shit like that. What we just found out is the perpetual markets are 1% of the stock market. They could grow to 10 to 15, who knows, 20%. They grew in the past year from 800 million to 34 billion. Oh, shit. And we're at 1%. And we ain't even going yet. We don't even got crypto laws yet. Now is the time, if you're interested, to get in on something when it's tiny like this. Why wait when ONDO's going to hit $50, $100? Why wait? This thing's going to go. ONDO already hit like $2 or $2.20. For what? Nothing. Do you think ONDO's going to blow past $2? ONDO is getting ready to dominate the whole perps market. And it'll go from 1% to 10% of all. This is going to be amazing. ONDO will be truly an amazing competitor. It's got BlackRock right there. And when they get this ONDO network going, They're going to take all the marbles. They're going to give Hyperliquid 1 or 2 marbles, and ONDO is going to have about 100. Okay, that's how this shit works. My name's Cryptoholic. That's the end of this. My next show that I make will be tomorrow morning, 7 o'clock a.m. Pacific time. I'm going to have a pretty wicked article. Some of the biggest banks in the world, they're doing something so massive, you're going to want to know what it is. Make sure you get that Patreon, and I'll see you there.